Hey guys, welcome back to rhrjen. I'm so glad you're here. Guys, we have so much to talk about. I took the weekend off and just kind of relaxed and chilled out. And I came back today to find just a whole bunch of mess going on. So we need to go over all of it. If you're new here, I'm Jen. Make sure you subscribe, hit the thumbs up, leave me comments, as all of those helps YouTube to recommend my videos. Meghan's talking in DC today. Meghan posted some crazy stuff on her Instagram we need to take a look at. There's some stuff that she and Harry have just pulled via People magazine we need to discuss. There's just so much to get into. So let's jump right on in, starting with what I think is one of the craziest things. And that's saying something. They're always up to some crazy stuff, but yeah, I need to talk about this. I need to talk for 4 hours about this. Have you seen this? So, as we know, Harry and Meghan like to use People magazine as their mouthpiece. And once again, that's what's going on here. So Meghan casually kicking back in her Paris limo during Fashion Week, right? Feet up on the seat. We know all about this. I've been over how insensitive and horrible that was. It's just okay. So, of course, critics came out of the woodwork calling it tone deaf, talking about insensitivity, talking about how close she was to the Diana spot. I showed you on a map how close she was to the Diana. I was right there. And again, Harry has decided to go to their mouthpiece, People magazine, and instead of addressing the insensitivity of it, no, blame the press. What else is new for the two of them? How will they ever change? Because they won't, because they never learn. It's the same thing once again. So let's talk about why this feels off. Harry spent years in Spare, in interviews, everything, obsessing about the tunnel, even driving through it himself in 2007 and calling it a bad idea. He knows the pain that it stirs. Yet instead of owning any awkwardness to the optics, their defenders are trying to say, no, it wasn't that close. It was right there. Again, I pulled up the map. Well, he's now trying to flip it and say, no, it's unfair criticism and that he's not surprised by the hate. Okay, let's see where they're going with that. Where do they always go with that? What kind of istwards, massage, race, whatever are they going to try to claim for this? It's like blaming the smoke alarm for burnt toast. What are we doing? Zero accountability, all deflection once again. It's this endless cycle that they're in of blaming the press. It's this pattern. He's built his whole identity on the media did it. From the Oprah tell-all trashing tabloids to lawsuits against the Mirror Group for phone hacking to that NYC near catastrophic car chase, right? It's all the press's fault. I'm actually surprised, and she does it too. I'm surprised that she hasn't come out with some sort of paparazzi chase that led her to put her feet up. I kind of still figure that that's coming. But remember how he blamed the US media for hate articles after stepping back from being a royal? Well, now it's People magazine is his what? Therapy couch. He forgets that they're press. I mean, he's that dumb. He might, but it really is crazy. It's complaining about traffic while driving in rush hour. What are we doing here? It's just, I mean, what else is he going to blame the press for? I know it's so crazy at this point. While getting attention from the press, we just heard about how allegedly when he goes to these court appearances and stuff, he goes through the main entrance when he's offered the back because he likes to have his picture taken. He likes to again be with the press. So nothing else new for them. Just to hit some low lights of this. I don't even like to reference people, but I just wanted you to see it. A source told People that Harry remains determined to protect Meghan. Okay, so here's my guess. Again, this is just my opinion, my theory. My guess is she caught a whole lot of backlash, rightly so, from putting her feet up, being so insensitive about the location. I mean, this is Paris. This is Paris. It's not like it's this huge. I mean, Paris is big, but I'm saying the area was not big where she was, the point where she was staying the tunnel, all that. It's right there together. They know this, but still they're trying to say like, no, the media invented this. She didn't do anything wrong. It's the media's problem. It's this, again, calling them agenda driven. No. The only ones that are agenda driven here are People Magazine and Harry and Meghan. What are we talking about? What are we doing? I don't know why I'm yelling. It's nothing new, but I need you to see it with your own eyeballs because it's that ridiculous. It really is. Again, instead of addressing the actual problem, let's blame everyone else. What else is new for the two of them? He's determined to protect her. So again, that's where I was going. So imagine, so she's caught all this rightly so backlash. And people are like, why isn't Harry reacting to this? So Harry's like, well, I better react to this. And she's like, and I'm not at all saying he's not to blame for this. He very much, it's the two of them together. They seem to have this cycle amongst the two of them where she gets rightly so roasted in the media for insensitive acts like this. And then she probably, I'm guessing, runs to him like, oh, they were mean to me. And he's like, oh, fix it. It's the media's fault. It's the media's fault. It's the media's fault. What are we talking about? What are we doing? They will never learn. They will never change. They will never grow because this is what they do. Surprise to no one. This is what they do. All right. So I want to make sure you saw that. Now, I want to make sure you saw something else as well. Meghan Markle. This is according to, hold on, I have the name of the publication here. This is The Guardian. Okay. So Meghan Markle to make major appearance without Prince Harry today. Full details. What? Okay, let's talk about this. She will be in Washington, D.C. today. Shout out to friend of the channel, John Witherspoon. I wonder if he'll be going. I'll have to follow up with him and ask him if he's attended the, I'm making jokes. There's no way. But I'll see. We were actually talking about recording together again soon. So when I have him on the show, I'll ask him if he attended this event. But he did point out something interesting that I didn't even think about when we talked about this. I said, did you know that she's going to be in DC and she'll be with Fortune's Most Powerful Women Summit? Well, he said, doesn't Fortune own Time Magazine? That led me down a rabbit hole, and look. Again, shout out to John Witherspoon. That's brilliant. I didn't even think about it. So apparently they were affiliated. They aren't anymore, but they were affiliated. But who else are they affiliated with? People Magazine. So in fairness, they're not listed as still affiliated, but that's a more recent change. So you're telling me there's no overlap between Fortune and People? Au contraire, mon frere. I feel like there's probably an overlap. So if he's out there giving this story to People, I'm just wondering, I can't prove it. I just wonder, because People's always their mouthpiece. Do you think People could have pulled some strings and got her to this event? Maybe so. So again, shout out John Witherspoon, because I didn't think about that. He pointed out and I was like, oh, there might be something to that. But I just wanted to point out. So again, today, October 14th, she's speaking at Fortune's Most Powerful Women's Summit in DC. What's Meghan's slot? What does she bring to this? It's supposed to be a chat on her as ever brand, navigating entrepreneurship in the public eye. I've heard, and I'm sure you've heard of all the rumblings saying that as ever is not doing well. Okay. What gives her, reminds me of The Office, what gives you the right? No, but what gives her the authority to speak on anything, especially powerful women, sorry. Like, I just, she's billed as a founder, but this is just a big head scratcher to me. What makes her powerful? Not much. Let's talk about her track record. Suits is her claim to fame, as well as the soap ad. Archewell, I mean, it's basically, it had to shift. And then what's it doing? As ever, again, latest pivot. What are we doing here, Jam? I mean, it's not exactly Fortune 500. what's happening here? I feel like I'm smelling burnt toast. What's making her powerful? Because what, she married a prince? I'm using air quotes on that. And quit dramatically? That's not power. That's fodder for her a memoir. I mean, we have she's she's doing that like famous or infamous thing now. So what makes her qualified to speak on anything? Who's paying to see her? And why is she still getting invited to this stuff? This is an invite only event for supposedly like titans of industry, right? But or captains of industry. But what would you say she was captain of? There's I just who's footing her jet to DC? I can't make sense out of it. All I can think is, did People Magazine call in a favor? I mean, what makes her qualified to talk about anything? I, I I mean, I got nothing on this one. I really do. So we go from this DC gig, which by the way, I mean, again, let's talk about where are the kids? What's going on? She did post something about Lily, but I don't know. I don't love to go into that topic, but since they bring it up constantly about parenting and giving speeches on parenting, I would say, really? Like, here you are again. Okay. And she filmed Harry in the hotel, so he must be with her. Or maybe I just wonder if she did that again to clap back at people saying, what's up with their marriage? Something's weird there. So many things are weird there. I wonder if it was something like that. But she posted this Instagram video. I'm going to show you. I screen recorded it. I can't play the sound because it's copyrighted music. There's not much to it. It seems to be from the NYC trip she just came off of. Where I showed you, she dressed like Victoria Beckham and they gave themselves an award or they bought an award, whatever you want to believe happened there, for parenting again, while not around the kids. Okay, great. And looking out for what exploited kids after attending a fashion show where the fashion house is directly accused of exploiting kids. You can't make this up. You really can't. The only award they're qualified to get is one in the biggest hypocrites I've ever seen in my life award. Give them that. I would support that. All right, let's take a look at this video though. There's not much to it. It just seems like one big old brag. Here we go. I can't play the sound like I say, but it seems to be from her New York trip. Bought and paid for award. She likes to show all her travels from Paris to New York to DC. Okay, the NYC trip, I think, was what, 2 days? Something like that? I mean, even if she came the day before, stayed a day after, what's that, 3 days? That's a lot of crap to travel. It is. And speaking of crap to travel with, there you go, there's Harry. I feel like this is just a look at us, we're so in love, because there's something else that's come out. Because people were talking about, like, how can he still support her after that insensitive Paris thing? So typically when they get called out for things like that, after blaming the media, they do clapbacks like this. But I just feel like, what are we showing here? What's happening? Oops, sorry, I can fix that. Hold on, let me get that back. Here we go. She seems to be clapping back about that, I would think. And then the makeup, again, where's Uncle Daniel? Is he there doing her makeup? And then a big play on this laughing thing. Again, I just find it so, I'm going to pause it, unbelievable. It's that Facebook couple that has to tell you how in love they are. And the more, it's that thou dost protest too much. Like the more they try to convince you they're in love, the more you can see, no, you're not. Because I mean, people don't have to tell you, hey, here's my partner, here's how in love I am, or here's my bestie, let me show you them, or here's my whatever, here's my dog that I love so much. Yeah, you'll show a picture once in a while, but you don't have to prove it. It's when you go out of your way to prove it that makes it feel like it's not real. And so I just find that so odd. I feel like it's just a clap back. And then even this, like, ha ha ha, I'm so relatable. I travel with all this expensive clothing and stay at places that people don't stay and all these shoes and stuff, but I eat pizza. Okay, sure. Sure you do, Jan. Sure you do. Okay. So here's pizza. All right, great. Not actually showing the eating of the pizza. I don't know what event this is. I don't care. I guess this was still part of that Project Healthy Minds. Who's asking her to speak? I can't make sense of it. Those pants are horrible. Sorry. I don't try to just be mean for the sake of being mean, but I just happen to pause it there. I'm like, oh, those are real bad pants. They are. They're horrible. Again, pulled up to her boobs. I can't make sense out of that. Not a great look, if you ask me. But here she is speaking. Gloria Steinem she? You'll see. She poses with her. There you go. Poses with her there. Like, look at me. I know people. All right, great. Congratulations. And food stuff. Okay, great. So there's that. I think this is a try to, in my opinion, it seems to be a look over here. Let's not talk about Paris anymore. Let me post something else, just completely unrelatable. I don't know. And I'm all for, I've said before, I actually like unrelatable content, not from her, but just in general. So I'm not trying to nitpick that. I'm not. I sometimes watch people's things for the, I wonder what it's like in a fancy hotel room like that. I wonder what it's like to travel with all this stuff. How does the other half live kind of thing? That's not what this is. I felt like this is more just, it's just more look at me. More hypocrisy. I don't know. I just don't find either of them likable at all. So I'm just like, all right. And then one more video to show you. This one, when I was looking up news from her today, I found this. People are posting this and sharing it. I'll show it to you, but it's going to make you, if you've eaten in the last 2 weeks, it's going to make you feel sick. Here we go. So they're on the red carpet. People have put music behind it. Can't play that. And they're pretending like it's not a completely scripted moment. Again, anytime, oh, sorry, let me see if I can get it again. Anytime they get called out for not seeming like they're together anymore, they do things like this. Now, I'll remind you that we have examples of William and Catherine with genuine moments where, like, she pat his butt. I think it was at the Scottish coronation, something like that. And it was sweet. It was cute. It wasn't rehearsed. It didn't seem like it was pre-planned. It was just, I think, to get his attention over something. And everybody's like, oh my gosh, that's so cool. And then you have whatever's going on here. There's been speculation, increasing speculation of the state of their marriage, especially after she pulled that Paris stunt. Like, how could he possibly be okay with that? And then they happened to release this video where he pat her butt. Okay. Again, if it was anybody else, it'd be like, whatever, he pat her butt. Cool. Great. Fine. It just seems so rehearsed. Look, I'll play it again. Look at the look. Okay, let me fix this. It seems so rehearsed. Look at the look. And like, ooh, it's just like, okay, whatever, great. Congratulations. You got it. You got your husband to pat your butt. What? Do you want a cookie? Do you want an award? Yes, they actually, in anybody else's case, it's something sarcastic you say, but with them, they actually do want an award for it. Make that make sense. Anyway, yeah, so those are some of the lowlights that I wanted to hit. As we find out more about this speech, I'll talk about it. I just wanted to make sure you had seen all this and to say, I'm back. I'm talking about this stuff. Let's talk. Ridiculous as ever. Again, who is paying her to speak at this thing? Maybe she's not getting paid, but who would want to see her speak at this thing? If I was somebody that was asked to speak based on merit or working hard to achieve things, I would really resent that. I would. Like, what? I worked my A off to get here. What do you know? I said the same thing, though, with the podcast. What does she know about being a female founder? She doesn't stick with anything. I haven't seen a track record of success with her. So what makes her qualified to talk about that stuff? Nobody can answer that. Anyway, all right, that's going to do it for me. Let me know your thoughts on all of this. Can I say a huge thank you? Huge thank you. I did read your comments while I was away, and I read the most wonderful things you wrote. You liked the tone of my last couple of videos a lot, where I took a more serious approach, especially the mental health one. Thank you. If you missed it, go back and watch that because I compared William's approach to World Mental Health Day versus Meghan's. And thank you to everybody who took the time to write me. And I had a friend point out, for everybody that wrote me, there were probably people that didn't, that struggle with that kind of stuff. So I just wanted to let you know you're on my mind. So just thank you to everybody who's so lovely and kind and warm to me about my message there. That meant the world. It really did. And just all your messages lately have been so wonderful and so supportive. And I want you to know it means so much to me, and you mean so much to me. So truly, thank you for that. Okay, that's going to do it for me. This is where I need you to chime in the comments. So again, tell me your thoughts on the ridiculousness of Harry snapping at, or not snapping at people, but clapping back through People magazine, a publication, a press publication, while he's blaming the press for Meghan doing what she did. You just, the levels to this. I need to know your thoughts on that. Your thoughts on Meghan speaking at this powerful women event. What you think of the possible connection of some People magazine stuff to this Fortune magazine. That's an interesting, again, shout out to John Witherspoon. Thank you for bringing that to my attention. Tell me your thoughts on these insane Instagram posts of hers. Tell me your thoughts on all of it. I'm going to leave this here. A huge thank you for all your love and support. If you want to further support, you know how to do it. Check out the merch. Everything's fine. As I keep mentioning, I do have my Beetlejuice stuff. Check that out if you're interested in that, with Halloween season upon us. And I have Team Catherine and so much more. Make it make sense, not bloody likely. Find all that at my merch shop. And check out my Patreon. Now, let me talk to you about Patreon real quick. I've just started going through The Reluctant Traveler, where I'm playing it and reacting to it over there. And that's one of my favorite things I have watched or done or responded to on Patreon. I love it. I'm loving that show. The response to it has been amazing. People are really liking my recap of it. Thank you for that. Thank you to everybody who wrote me over there. So check that out if you're the least bit interested. $5 a month gets you access to the entire catalog. Most creators do one show a week. I do 3. I really try to give you more of me than you wanted to see. That sounds weird. You know what I meant. Also, and then for 10, you can get your name added to the list, plus the benefits of the whole catalog and stuff. So check that out if you're the least bit interested. And a huge thank you to all my executive producer, geese and ganders. Your support truly means so much to me. I appreciate that. It helps pay for like the streaming service and stuff. And I really, and it keeps my channel going. So thank you. All right. That's going to do it for me. I hope you guys have the best day. I can't wait to read your thoughts on this one. And I'll talk to you guys again soon. Bye. Hi, how are you? Oh, I missed you guys. I took a couple of days off. I did some stuff with the Gosling. I don't know if you're in America or not. If you're not in America, we had a holiday yesterday, school holiday. So I just wanted to soak up some extra Gosling time, and did a little bit of traveling and stuff, and had such a good time. So I'm back. So I'm just easing back in, catching back up on all this, hence the kind of catch-all today. I just wanted to hit some of the points that I missed. So thank you guys for watching my shorts while I was away, and for being so lovely and kind, and all your lovely messages. If I didn't write you back, I ran out of time, but I wanted you to know how much that meant to me. I love this shirt. I've worn it before. This is Ralph Lauren. I just think it's so cool. And it just drapes fun, and it's meant to sit like this. I just think it's so cool. I like the red silk too. I hope you like it as well. I thought it was fun. And then I got this a while ago. This, like, it's just a necklace, but it's 2 necklaces that wrap in each other. I just thought it was so cool. Anyway, so yeah, if you're new here, this is what I do at the end. I talk directly to the camera. I'll talk about like what I'm wearing. Sometimes people ask me about my lip gloss. Today it's Clarins. It's the Plum. I actually put a little bit of Clinique underneath. It's Clinique Black Honey, I think, which is weird. It looks weird in the tube. It looks almost brown, but they say it's a flattering shade on most people. Like it just has a nice, it's supposed to like pick up your colors, which I like, but then I like to add a little bit more gloss and shine to the top, and I want a little bit more of the richness of the top. So I added that on top. So that's what I did today. Anyway, all right, that's gonna do it for me. Oh, let me show you. I really Catherined out my hair today. So it's all curled and there's a lot going on to it. So I thought it was fun. Anyway, I got lots of recording to do today, so you'll see more of me, I'm sure. But that's going to do it for me. Let me know your thoughts on all this. I hope you guys have the best day. I'll talk to you guys again soon. Take care. Bye-bye. You guys are the best. You have no idea. Like, I don't know. Sometimes I just get a little anxious or I get a little whatever, melancholy, ennui, and like listless. And so what I do is I'll go through the comments and you guys pick me right back up. So thank you for that. I appreciate that. I just wanted to say that. Thank you.